Hi guys, this is Amir from Clemta. This video is made as a guide for startups. How can you incorporate in the United States? When you want to incorporate in the United States as a startup, the first step is to choose the right state for you. Why? You're a startup, you are a seed, you want to grow, you want to get the investments. So starting from a right place, starting the right way is the thing you need to do. If you take a wrong step in the future, it will come and bite you in the... As a startup founder or as a startup co-founder, you have to pay attention to a few factors. The first one is privacy. Imagine that worst case scenario in the future, your startup fails. If the state that you are registering your company makes your name available, I'm not sure if you would like other people to know anything about it. At the same time, imagine that the thing that you started becomes a unicorn. Would you like to be bothered by other people or other people have your personal information? No, of course, but some states provide founders information, the personal information. So if you don't want to share it, you have to choose the state that doesn't provide them, keeps your privacy. The second thing are the taxes. Taxes are very important. So you should choose a state that is suitable for a startup. Because when you're small, you don't want to pay too much taxes because it will adversely affect your company. And when you grow, you don't want to pay too much taxes, right? So it's very important to choose the right state for the taxes. The next thing is that imagine the worst case scenario, you have to deal with some legal processes when you have to go through judicial processes. If a state has judicial precedences that lawyers can refer back to and they can protect you, that is a good state. If the legal structure in that state protects the startups, it's very good. But you have to be very careful because in the future, if you have any sort of issues or disputes with your investors, with other people, if there is a pre-made structure to deal with it, then you're in good hands. That's why it's important. Be careful. Also, there are some states that investors prefer to invest in the companies incorporated in them. You have to choose one of those states. That being said, with all those factors, the state that comes to our minds is the state of Delaware. The state of Delaware has more than 80% of the Fortune 500 companies. That means that most of the big companies prefer to incorporate in that state. I wonder why. So if you ask us, we might suggest you the state of Delaware. But how can you incorporate for a startup? In general, first you have to choose your state. After choosing your state, then you have to choose the structure. The best structure for a startup is a C-Corp. Why? Because of its benefits of having a pre-made structure for expansion. A structure that is made for the directors and the shareholders for the reason that you can design its future architecture. That's why C-Corp is the right thing for you. Also, you would be able to get investments. That's why C-Corp is the right choice for you. After choosing the structure, you have to choose the right name for it. What is the name of your company? That's very important. When you chose these three, you have to choose your registered agent. The registered agent is the entity that is representing you in the United States. After doing all that, you will be forming your company by filling out the forms and paying the state fees to form your company. After that, you will be getting your tax ID or EIN, employer's identification number, and using that, you will be able to get your bank account. So these have been the basics of incorporating a startup in the United States. The next step, which is very important, which creates the foundations of your company, is the post-incorporation. The next step, which is the most crucial step, is the post-incorporation legal documents. Imagine your company as a blank page. Whatever you write, whatever you form on the legal documents, the post-incorporation documents, this will turn into a stone. This will turn into a foundation. So you will be structuring your company for the future. So pay extra attention to that. When you form everything, when you prepare everything, then you have to keep your books. The bookkeeping is important because in the future you have to file your taxes. So you have to keep a track of your expenditure, your incoming and outgoings. The next thing, you have to pay attention to your taxes because it deals with the future of your company. Last but not least, the compliance. You have to pay your taxes on time. This way, your company will be compliant the whole time. The compliant your company is, the more credible it is. But how can you do all these as an international entrepreneur? Can you do that? It is very hard to do that by yourself. But Clemta is here to help you. Clemta's product allows you to choose your state, form your company, choose your structure, get your legal documents, do your bookkeepings, file your taxes, and keep compliance by notifying you at every stage of the process. Clemta is here to accompany you throughout your journey. All you need to do is to contact us. We will be helping you throughout the way.